Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to be explaining how to undervolt your graphics card, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically using your graphics card's normal stock speed, but you're using less power so you can keep your temperatures down and keep the noise down as well. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first program you're going to want is a program called MSI Afterburner. So what you want to do is go to your browser and look up MSI Afterburner, and then it should be the very top link here, and then you will just simply click download Afterburner and you will get a little installer up here. Once that has finished, you want to get one more program, and that is called Hardware Info 64. So open another tab, look up HW Info 64, click enter, and then you will get a website that looks like this, and it should look like this if you are on the correct website. So what you want to do is hover over free download, and then for me, I'm in the US, so I'm going to click local US, and it will start the download of that program. Alright, so once both of these have downloaded, you should have two programs that look like this here. So what you're going to want to do is click on MSI Afterburner, and then click extract all up here, and then click extract, and you will have a secondary folder that looks like this here, and you can now delete the original zip. And once you've did that, you can go into this folder and you can click MSI Afterburner Setup 465 Beta 4.exe. Now, it might not be that exact version, keep in mind, but this is the newest version if you're watching this video recently after it's come out. So, once that's installed, you want to simply run the HWI 742.exe, and then all of your programs that you'll be needing are installed. So, you can delete these if you don't want them anymore, and we can get on with today's tutorial. So our next step for this process is opening MSI Afterburner. So I'm going to click the search bar here, and I'm going to look up MSI, and it will be right here. So you can either run it as administrator or you can click open. And I click open, and as you can see, I have some custom stuff here, but we're going to completely ignore that for the purposes of today's video. I have my card overclocked, and we're going to be undervolting our card. So I'm going to click reset here, and then we are going to keep that on the main monitor we are going to be doing this on. And now we're going to look up another program called Hardware Info 64. This is another one that we installed. So once you have that installed, you want to open it, click Sensors Only, and then click Start. It should do a few things, detect what kind of hardware you have, and etc. Now, if you're wondering why we are getting this program, is because, as you can see right here, it gives you a more in-depth look at what voltage your parts are running at and what temperature and etc. So, first thing you're going to want to do is, since we're focusing on GPU here, I have mine looking like this, and the way you do that is you use these arrows right here. So now it's extended to 3, but I personally like to keep it at 2 here. And if you go down to the right side, you can use this, scroll down, and you will find your GPU towards the bottom here as shown. My NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 is right here. And as you can see, we're idle. Well, not idle, but, you know, just recording a video, so not that much usage. We're sitting at roughly 44 Celsius. There's some hot spots, etc. And yeah, this is basically just a in-depth view of your graphics card. So let's get into our undervolting. Alright, so now for your undervolting, you're going to want to run a stress test, or I guess a higher end game that's more GPU intensive before you touch anything at all. So what you're going to want to do is just simply run that program, and then we need to pay attention to mem and GPU clock, and you need to make sure you write down or note what these speeds are at the stock settings and stock power. I will link some stress testing softwares in the description. Don't worry, they're all free. And yeah, this is a must. You must do this. You must get the default memory speed and GPU speed along with your default voltage and of course temperature. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do this process. So once you have that, you're going to simply want to start decreasing the power limit here. And what I would say is you want to start at going maybe, I'd say maybe 2 to 5 for the power limiter. So you want to do that. And then you're going to want to run another test. So you're going to simply run another test, like I said, and see if you have any stutters, skips, or anything as such, anything that's not normal performance for your graphics card. All right, so once you have your power limit down to a stable version, or if you have crashing, so if you do have crashing, you want to go back to the last stable voltage that you know of. So say I was at 95 here and I had some stuttering, crashes, skips, or artifacts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back from that unstable version and go back to my last stable. So let's just quote unquote say it was 100 and my card cannot go under 100. This is the power limit you're going to want to keep here. And the next thing we can do, if you want to boost a little bit higher, you can see at this lower voltage if you can push higher clock speeds. So as you can see here, we are at our perfect limit and our temperature limit here, because these two are synced. So for our core clock and memory clock, we're going to up these just a little amount. It can't be too much since you're already undervolting if you do want to do this step. So let's say up it by the core, let's do I'd say 10, and then our memory, let's do 50, and we will run another stress test. And if you once again don't see any performance issues such as artifacts, stuttering, black screen, flickering, anything like that, then you're good to go, and you can up this by another 50. And I'd say for the core clock, I'd say up it by 5. And then there you go. And you want to keep testing until you get your highest possible clock that is stable, because stability is way more important than just a few extra megahertz here on your speeds. So that is basically it for today's video. I would like to note one more thing though. If you do want this to start with your computer, make sure you hit this window icon up here, and then make sure you click Start with Windows and Start Minimized. And if you were playing with this voltage control here, just say you want to click Unlock Voltage Control and Unlock Voltage Monitoring. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you learned something from this video. If you have any other suggestions on what other types of videos I should make, just let me know in the comments. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Peace.